Oh my God. Hey y'all. Welcome to the King Can't Wait TV. I am here. I am back. I'm on time tonight. So let's just let all of the girls come on in. We're going to let all the girls come on in. I don't know if YouTube put my notification up there, but I even let all of my Caniacs know that I was going to be live tonight. So welcome. We're just gonna let a few more people come in. All I gotta have is 10 to get started. So we'll totally wait. But how is everybody doing this evening? Did everyone catch the show Chasing Atlanta season 4 episode 1? Did everybody catch it last night? Hey Michelle Clark, I've been good. Very busy, but God is good. Hey everyone, come on in. All of my moderators, come in, get in position. Okay, honey, because this is going to be a great review. I do feel like Chasing Atlanta season 4, episode 1. I felt like everyone was being messy. I felt like everyone brought the shade. And I feel like it was fair as far as everybody got an equal opportunity to shade and say what they needed to say. And it was all put out on the show. I lived for that. I love that. I love the fact that, if we're all shading one another, let's all put it out there. Don't just put some and don't. Let's put it all out there. And that's what I appreciated. And the girls didn't hold back. I mean, there was a lot of shade thrown. Hey, Just Bay. Hey, Asia A. There was a lot of shade thrown, honey and bunnies. And I'm literally gagging. Okay, so we're definitely going to talk about it scene by scene, how I do every show that I review. Chasing Atlanta, Chasing Reality. Even when Chasing Dallas comes back out, it'll be no different. This is just King Kane's opinions on the show. Here at home in my apartment, right here, off Claremont Road. Hi. But literally, this is the tea, okay? So it looks like we got a couple of people in. Somebody said, "What's gooey?" Hey Gemini. Oh, was that the nappy girl song? The trailer that they showed at the beginning of the episode was everything. Again, y'all, the Wi-Fi is messed up. Like Xfinity, Comcast, they're having some type of outage due to the hurricane. So I'm not on Wi-Fi. So if it's jumping, let me know if it's jumping. I'm so sorry in advance. But the show must go on, and I just have to get this review out. I thought the sickening was open. The sickening opening. I thought the opening was sickening. Millie Bill, what up, bitch? I thought it was it was perfectly splendid. And I gagged. So, congratulations for everybody pushing through for the confessionals and pushing through for the opening, because those are the things that stand out. Those are the things that the people look for and wait for, So shout out to the entire cast for coming through for the opening as far as aesthetics. Some more, some less. But none other, it really doesn't matter. It looked good cohesively. Okay? Beautiful. So the show opens up in Virginia. That's where LaKendra was incarcerated at. I had no idea where she was incarcerated at. But she is getting out of jail. Beautiful. As she's getting out, it was interesting how they were playing, production was playing, the show was playing the infamous live from The Power of Three, being Lauren, Quentin, and Oliver. Okay? They did a live. The live is very relevant. So let me just talk about the live, because I even had to go back, because the live is still on Chasing Reality's YouTube page. Just have to go down and find it. But I went back and watched the live because I'm like, why is Kendra so agitated? Why is she so annoyed? So I'm watching the live and I'm like, oh, okay. So there was a lot of shade being thrown her way. There was a lot of, going on. So she's annoyed, and this is her first time getting out and having her voice herself. So it's like, oh, okay, so you're agitated, you're annoyed, but, quite frankly, you definitely have a reason to be annoyed because, according to her, she was cool with these girls before she went away. However, when she went away, things just went haywire. So she's getting out of jail. Wayne the Pain, he's there to pick her up. I do love the fact that T.S. Kendra's opening up the show is very different. And I'm gagging. I like it. I think she opened the show with energy and she also closed the episode with energy. And it was perfectly splendid. So she's getting out in her confessional. She thanks her friends, her supporters, her fans and such just for sticking by her while she was locked up. Kendra has on this hashtag purple wig. Could that be the wig that she was possibly arrested in? Maybe. I don't know. But it's just kind of like, okay, girl, you just got out of jail. I'm just like, I can't believe she allowed them to film her fresh out because I was literally gagging. Like, damn, y'all don't let mama go put on no foundation or put her lashes on or nothing. Like, mama was fresh at AHT. Fresh at. So, look, Kendra is out. She's home. She pretty much just talks about how hard her time was in jail, just being a transgender woman, people around her dying, passing away, and it was just a very hard, dramatic, stressful, sad time for her, as one can imagine. If you ever had someone locked up close to you, it's definitely painful, and it's just not a good feeling to have, like someone that you love locked up, and I know of people who've been locked up and who have lost great, amazing people that they love and just couldn't make, the funeral. And it's just like, what the fuck, So I appreciate her opening. People are calling me. I'm clearly live. Please forgive me, those of you tuned in. Apparently, Wayne the Pain just starts giving her all of this tea, right? Like, oh yeah, like I got a call at 3 a.m. in the morning. It was from Lauren, and I believe it was Oliver on the phone, and they're talking about they're gonna sue you, take the song down. There's no contracts. The contracts is a very strong theme. In the confusion of everything, it's the thing that definitely everyone, all three of these girls, they all talk. The three girls, Lauren, Oliver, and Lauren, Oliver, and Kendra, they all talk about this contract. Like, was there a contract or was there not a contract? I don't know, but it did look like at the end of the episode, I'll get on that, but it did look like those were contracts she was burning up. Troy did say that they were not signed, so did they get the contracts or did they honestly really not get the contracts? So which one is it? He said that he's reached out to Oliver, and Oliver was pretty much like, I'm taking the music down. You guys, Kendra called me being so nasty and so rude. I don't want anything to do with it. It's a wrap. Kendra said she didn't ask nobody for no money. Like, y'all did that because y'all wanted to. She's very strong in her defense on, I didn't ask for not one red cent. So how dare you girls come for me? So at the end of the day, you can just see that Kendra's pretty much hurt. She's definitely a passionate girl. And your craft is being, toyed with, according to you, and you've just been overlooked. At the end of the day, if you feel like you've been overlooked, you just have to go harder. Push through those motherfucking boundaries, because it's always going to be another obstacle. And that's what I'm learning too. Like as I get older and stuff like that, it's just kind of like, damn, at every fucking corner, there's something. But you just definitely have to push through those hard trying times. Kendra is definitely reading for Phil. She called Lauren Bigfoot Jalen. She said Oliver is and she put out a serious allegation that Quentin got evicted. Joseph Boone or something like that. I don't really know. I'm still very, very new here to Atlanta, but it's just like, damn, how she know this information? Like, what's tea? Like, huh? So, she is just in her rightfully so position, annoyed and finally able to speak, because I don't believe that she didn't finish out season 3. She had gotten incarcerated, so she wasn't able to finish the season and have a voice and have an opinion at the reunion. I do know that she did an interview with King of Reeds. I didn't see it, but hopefully she got out what she needed to say there. And she's pretty much hashtag flabbergasted. Like, OMG, she's acting so shocked. Overall, though, when it comes to the business side of all of them potentially working together and doing music, I think that would be great. I think that would be dope. But I just feel like just don't do business together, because obviously there's a disconnect. And I think that Kendra should have a conversation with Lauren separately, with Oliver separately, away from Wayne the Pain. Just so she can just talk to the people that she was actually going to be on the song with, So I don't know if she tried that or if it just didn't happen. But I definitely feel like she should just have a conversation with each of those girls independently, separate from Wayne the Pain, so she can just fill the girls out, for herself when she's not with him. However, we do live for Wayne the Pain here at the King Can't Wait TV, but Kendra needs to be alone sometimes, So Q has written a book. Q looks thick and chocolate per usual in the scene. But when we got to Q's confessional, I know Q's been working out. Q has lost some weight. Q looks very slim in his confessional. I don't know if it was the all white or what, but Q, compared to this scene, Q was very tiny. And it looks different, but it doesn't look bad. It's just like, oh, Q lost some weight. Like Q is like Aubrey. They're doing that thing where they're losing the weight and all of that. The what's that thing called? Like, eating good and working out and all of that good stuff, which is great. But Q is looking thin, honey. He's written his book. He did address the shade that Markel threw on Chasing Dallas, season 2, episode 1. Pretty much about his book. Something about his book only had like 2 words per page. But I do know that Q's book was an inspirational or like a devotional or just like a daily mantra type of book. So Q said that, the book is still selling. So the girls can say what the girls want to say. So yeah, he's pretty much moving to Hollywood. He pretty much thanks his mentor for being there, and just, looking out for him. Q said that the best of the best is there at this party. And, he's just having a good time. And he tells the crowd that, hey, I'm moving. So congratulations to Q. While I'm on it, I can't wait to see Chasing LA. Q's the EP over there. I'm sure that's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be perfectly splendid. So I'm here for that. So congratulations, Lula Blake Marie. If you're watching, hey boo, she's another EP over there. Good luck. I cannot wait to watch your review and gag of it all, okay? Next we see Oliver Twist. Olivia Twist, okay? She's back. She has energy. She's waking us up in the confessionals, okay? There's the of it all. We all know what Oliver gives. But he's back. He's doing good. He's performing at iLounge. It's a booked out venue. I believe I saw Carrie D. Could this be the same performance that Carrie D had on Chasing Dallas? Hashtag possibly. I really don't know. But nonetheless, once Oliver got on that motherfucking stage and went to rapping, I went to boogity, 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 boo. Boogity, 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 boo. Oliver is extremely talented. He definitely, I don't trust niggas, I ain't trusting the NASDAQ, pure, so I do know a couple of hits that he has. But nonetheless, Oliver's there. He really does, I put that in my notes, Oliver really does go hard though. That's in my notes. I mean, he's back. He's a full-time performing artist and content creator, creating things for all of these Atlanta girls out here, the socialites and the Married to Medicine girls, and so far and so on. He's been doing great things and such. And, this is a hashtag sold out show. So congratulations. We see Troy's in the building. Troy's there. Troy's hype. Troy's pussy popping. Troy's recording. And Troy just seems to really be there to support him. Troy says that he's back. Boom. We all know that that's his tagline. So it's good to see Troy back. Be clear, I think Troy is absolutely eye candy. And we gag for Troy here at the King K Way TV. So Troy and Oliver, they go outside to chit chat outside of the venue because, Troy just wants to clear the air, and also get a little tea about what's going on between Oliver and Kendra. Last time they saw each other at the reunion, Oliver's like, girl, you was charging at me. What's tea? Like, is we good? Like, is we ain't? What's it going to be? Troy's just like, girl, at the end of the day, I was agitated. I was annoyed. Anybody could have got it. My MUA, my good Judy, she's a female. I just didn't feel like a man should have been talking to her crazy and disrespectfully. So, who's that man? I believe the man is Lauren's ex-boyfriend, the guy she was dating. So, it was just a whole lot of kerfuffleness going on at that prior reunion. I'm sure you girls all remember it. I remember it. So that means we all should remember it. This year, Troy just said he's doing something else. He's fell out of love with fashion. And he's like, what's the next best thing for me? What can I do to keep me inspired, keep me going? So he has his talk show, Talk Live Tuesdays. And I am subscribed to his channel. I do tune in. He interviews, socialites and, artists and things like that. So you guys go over there and make sure you guys support Troy at Talk Live Tuesdays. Oliver pretty much explains the Kendra issue. Like, girl, you mad at me, but I paid money for a studio session and you arrived an hour late. So Oliver has his valid points, and Kendra has her valid points. So it's kind of like, just don't do business together. Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You're in your lane, you're in your lane. It is what it is. Like, just don't do business together. Let's just nip this in the bud. Let's move forward. Because like Oliver said, I'm not Oliver, like Troy said, it is kind of, because y'all, it happened last year, we thought it died down, but how could it die down when Kendra hasn't had her voice and a chance to say what she wants to say? So, of course, it's not over. So, it's kind of like, okay, let's get to it, but Troy said a mouthpiece when he said that. Y'all go back and watch the show to get into what he said, but he was pretty much like, girl, wrap it up. Then Oliver goes on to explain that there was a benefit concern, and how he got a phone call from Wayne the Pain, and then it was Kendra on the line, and she was going HAM on him, hard as a motherfucker, and he's just like, girl, what is going on? So that's why he said he trickled with the, well, let's just cancel, let's end it, we're not doing the concert, woo, 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 shabam, wham. So, it just sucks that it went through all this just to do a song together, because the song was cute. I think it was Can't Stand the Rain or something like that. Can You Stand the Rain? Can You Stand the Pain? That's it. So, I thought it would have been a cute little bop. Troy just pretty much says that Oliver and Kendra need to talk and have a conversation, and let's just end it. But what I'm more so interested in when it comes to Troy is I want to see where the shift happened with him, Kendra, and Wayne, because they seem really cool and cordial and Judy-ish in the last scene that I'll get on. But I just had to say that. Like, what was the switch? What happened to cause you guys to fall out and be involved in a physical altercation? What happened? I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to watch it. But I'm just saying, what happened? Is there any cast member here watching that could give me a little, this is a little something happened? Hey, Rail Vons, what happened? Baby. So then Troy ends up inviting Oliver to his Christmas party. He invites Oliver, and he tells Oliver that he's inviting all of the girls. And, Oliver said that if he comes, he's just going to stay in the corner, mind his business. He ain't really got time for the drama. He's over it, so that's just what it's going to be. Hopefully we see this Christmas party. I think that would be gagful to see them meet up for the first time. So Oliver is pretty much taking in the next scene. Oliver is literally in every fucking scene moving forward. But he's taking his puppy to the doggy hair salon where Neek Neek works. We're introduced to Dominique, aka Neek Neek, okay? Neek Neek has just been all the King Can't Wait TV aside, he's been a good, genuine friend to me. He's not weird. He's not a hater. And his energy has just been great to be around. Even his husband. Hey, hopefully you guys are watching. They're just really genuine, good people. And even in the scene where Oliver caught that out, I'm like, yeah, Dominique just exudes nice, sweet girl energy. But I definitely wanted to notate that. Nonetheless, this is an unbiased review when I talk about the show. So anyways, Oliver takes, they go to Nick Nick's salon, okay? And Nick Nick is going to paint Cookie. Cookie is Oliver's dog. Nick Nick is going to paint her toenails and paws. He's going to paint her paws nails. Are they called toenails? I don't know. This is a super cute scene. We introduced Nick Nick. He's from Birmingham, Alabama. He's a BM girl. He's a look queen. He definitely was giving us chill at work. Next time we see her, boom, dominatrix tease, bitch. Yes, brothel. I was literally gagging. I was watching the show with a homeboy, and he was gagging. We were gagging at the look. We loved it. I'm so happy and proud for you, Neek Neek. I really am. What he does, he's a celebrity pet groomer, He's worked with Miss D, the Clapton twins, Jacquees, Missy fucking Elliott. I'm not even going to go on anymore. I think that when you just say Missy, facts are just facts. But anyways, Nick Nick says that he's a bitch, so he totally gets when dogs be acting, crazy when he's getting them together and such. So he and Oliver, they get to kicking, and Nick Nick pretty much drops this big bomb on Oliver that, well, my sister used to work for Lauren, and, some things happened, and I don't know if Nick Nick went into exactly what happened, but there was an altercation. I don't believe it was physical, but there was something that happened with his sister and Lauren or Lauren's boyfriend at the time, and he's just bewildered, confused, and he just has a couple of questions on, well, what's going on, if we're going to be amongst one another. I just want to know what's going on. This was a lot, being that this is his and Oliver's first time kikiing, and Oliver totally said that. Oliver's like, oh, damn, girl, I'm just not meeting you when you pouring out all this tea. Like, OMG, 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 what is going on? But Nick is just like, no, it's really like no pressure. It's just a conversation that needs to be hashtag had. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to see that. We did see in the trailer he and Lauren were finally able to have a sit down. Can't wait to see that. Him and Oliver just kicking and Nick pretty much is saying in his confessional that he's for his family. If there's an issue, then he's for his family. They talk about him having a husband. Oliver's like, not for long. And Nick was like, no, 6-7 years. We've we've been together, extended amount of time. Let me tell y'all something. One thing about an LGBTQ plus relationship, 6-7 years of being together is like 30 years of marriage in the straight world, okay? Let's be clear, because the boys hip hop and skadoodle from situation to situation publicly, and it's just like, girl, So 6-7 years in a consistent, loving, good relationship. It's like 30 years in a straight relationship, and that is me speaking from my perspective, from me trying to get to know people, me trying to date people, and it's just like, damn, y'all been together 6-7 years. Not saying that the relationship is perfect, like everybody have issues, problems, and go through things, but what I'm saying is to be together consistently 6-7 years in the LGBTQ world, that's major. I just feel like that's major. Honestly, the straight world too. Okay, Gemini, honey, the straight men, they trifling too, child. Anywho, Oliver tells Nick that he's pretty much going to bring him around the girls, and he's going to meet everybody and be able to kiki. He also says that he's a little nervous because he knows that Oliver can be messy, so he doesn't really know what's going on. Oliver's pretty much saying, Lauren is my bitch, and this is what he's saying in his confessional, and I'm going to tell my bitch the tea that I got from this guy that I'm just meeting. And that's fine. Tell your friend. I totally, if the shoe was on the other foot, I would definitely tell my bitch, hey, I just met with this girl. This is how she's feeling. I'm just letting you know as a friend. And, Oliver seems to be really close to Lauren. He said he loves her. He ride or dies for her. So, they have a close friendship. Next we see, he says he's going to tell her. Oh, yeah, and why? Yeah, so he's basically telling her that's his bitch. So next we see the one, the queen, the girl, new teeth, new ass bitch. Check out the glow. Lauren England, she's back. The OG is back, 4th season. Congratulations. Love the blonde hair in the confessional. She's meeting up with Oliver, and they're having a sit down. I'm not sure where they were. Oliver's there with his hat and his mink fur on, honey, and they're there to have a conversation. And this is a messy, scandalous conversation, honey, and it totally setting the tone for what's to come. As we see on episode 2, they talk about A, B, C, D, E, and we're gonna get into it. Oliver said that he loves Lauren. Every time he meets up with her, he knows it's gonna be something different, a new cut, a new color, a new hairdo, a new hairstyle. So he's like, girl, what's tea, honey? So they talk about what's been going on in each other's lives. Lauren pretty much opens up. Her too, like Kendra, Lauren is owning the fact that she's transgender now. She's owning the fact that, she's a girl, she's a woman. She's owning the fact, that, she is pretty much embracing the fact that she is transitioning. I think that, that's good to finally be able to admit that, damn, this is who I am, this is what I wanted to do. Because I do remember at the reunion, the girls were like, okay, she was like, call me he. And they was like, but you look like Suh. So it's kind of like, I believe it was Devon was like, but you look like Suh. So to see her owning, okay, I am transitioning. Good for you. She said she's going to China for a little bit. She got to get over people. She feel like she's been buying friends and buying relationships and buying this. Let me tell you something. If you feel like you have to do that, you really honestly have to separate yourself. She opened up about how she wants to be alone and how she needs to get away. People dying in the family. She's trying to go to the funeral and support. People calling her, asking her how she gonna dress, how she gonna come up. First of all, that should be the last thing on anybody's mind. Like, how a person is showing up to a fucking funeral. Like, it's just crazy. But that just goes to tell you how black families can be to the LGBTQ community, especially the ones who are transitioning. It's just crazy. It's just insane. And another thing, you have to be able to be alone and be okay with that. There's nothing I enjoy more than being at home with my kush, Netflix and chilling, one deep. It's everything to me. You have to be comfortable with being alone and not being around people, and find that self-assurance, that reassurance. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully you find that when you go to China. You have to live your life for yourself. Period. Damn, girl. So Oliver, he loves their friendship. He truly loves them. They talk about Troy and Lauren's like, I don't have an issue. We can talk. We can have a conversation. Troy has the issue. So we can talk. Like, let's just have a conversation. Like, that's fine. That's fine. She's like, why is this third seat empty? We're the power of three. And, Oliver's like, well, me and Q haven't talked. I haven't talked to Q. I don't know where Q is. We're not cool right now. What happened? Oh my God. I needed the power of three. And also, I do like the fact that Oliver being damn. Being an OG from season 3, and he's going around introducing the new girls and bringing the storylines together. I think that is perfectly splendid. But I feel like other OGs should have reached out in these first few episodes to the newbies. There definitely has to be some OG blood with some new blood at some point, getting along, having a key moment. It just has to happen. And it can't happen with Oliver all the time. So they talk about Q. They're not friends. I said that. Oliver is pretty much saying that everybody lying on him. Everybody making up these false lies on him. He ain't said nothing to nobody. He ain't did nothing to nobody. Q is believing other people, who don't even love him the way that he loves Q. So it's like, girl, you're going to believe them over me. I'm over it. Oliver tells Lauren about Dominique and, all the tea about his sister and such. She says that she knows his sister and that she did gave her a job and allegedly took her under her wings to, pretty much help build her up, help establish her career, doing hair and such. So, and which is fine and dandy. That's good. That's great. But I feel like what happened there, something happened with the sister working for you, some type of situation, something happened. So it's like, was it big? Was it small? Lauren said it was 2-3 years ago. It's old news. She doesn't want to talk to Dominique about that, but she wants to talk to him about other things. Like, you want to talk business, we can talk business, but I'm not talking to you about that. Again, Nick just has a couple of questions, and he just wants to talk about it. Apparently, he loves his sister, and that's family. And if it's going to be awkward for me and I have this on my chest, I just have to say it. So that's his position in it. But Lauren is she doesn't want to talk about it. And, I feel like that they too both have valid points. Oliver said that he feels like, Dominique is trying to be relevant of making an irrelevant situation pop. Now, when you talk about irrelevancy, it does get kind of tricky because you can't really tell someone what's relevant to them and how they feel. Like, we all have different emotions and well-beings. And, I don't feel like Nick is coming off being nasty about her. Like, he didn't shade her. He didn't talk bad about her. So he's just like, I just want to talk. So, if he was coming off, yeah, I'm coming over to read this bitch, giving all that energy, then it's like, okay, girl, what are you doing? But the fact that he's very calm about it and, girl, let's just talk and chop it up. You just kind of have to gauge the situation and see what the tea is. Lauren sends Dominique a DM about doing her dog when she doesn't even have a dog. She says she saw him at Pride. At first she said she heard of him. Secondly, she said she knows him because she talked to him at Pride in the park. So the Birmingham girls, you know each other. Can y'all come to some type of conclusion? What's going on? Birmingham. Whew. I'm done. I hope that you guys can just nip this in the bud, but that's the tea with them and their storyline. They talk about Kendra. Lauren is reading Kendra. She said that Kendra looks hard as the table. All of these girls are going below the belt. Let's be very clear. All of them say mean and nasty things about each other that are really, so, if you did shit, you got to be able to take it. And that's just what it's giving. It's giving every bitch for herself. And it's giving very much, even Troy, like, he don't give a fuck. He just started to get the tea. Like, he's in it, but he's not in it. So it's like every girl for themselves and show up or show out. So yeah, they pretty much wrap up that conversation. Oliver said that he's not really stunned Kendra. He could care less. Every situation there, everybody's bringing up Wayne DePayne's name, which is why I said earlier that I feel like Kendra needs to have a one-on-one conversation with Lauren about the music, about the business, a one-on-one conversation with Oliver about the music, about the business, with just herself. And then if she wants to share what happened with Wayne DePayne afterwards, then yeah, but Wayne DePayne doesn't have, he's the manager, but he doesn't have to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kendra, you can have conversations alone sometimes. Yeah. Next we see, Lauren said that they couldn't get the contract, so they wasn't able to promote the song, so it wasn't going to make any sales on those streams. So, they just couldn't promote, and that's just how her and Oliver feel about that situation, okay? Everybody feels how they feel, and that's just what it is. Kendra's in the studio working on her song, Wartime. It's a roast song. It's what they call that in the rap game? It's a diss record. It's a diss record. She's in the studio, in the cut, with Wayne DePayne. And they're talking about the power of three again. Now, y'all say what y'all had to say when you got out of jail. Y'all doing the music. And then when Troy comes, y'all talking about the power of three again. We get it. You don't fuck with those girls. Those girls did say a lot, but you don't want to make every scene and moment about them, because you're making your music and you're doing your thing. So just, feel how you feel, but you don't have to keep discussing it. It looks like Troy is being, it's kind of like, Cameron was back in the day, like the bone carrier. I do love Troy's outfit right here. I love the lime green turtleneck. I love the black, jumper suit that he has on. I thought it was really, 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 really cute. They catch up about, he comes to Kendra's studio session. So he and Kendra, they catch up about, everything that's going on. Oh, and Wayne is also a cast member. So maybe that's why it's even more relevant for him to be around this season. I forgot. Wayne was on the opening. That's right. Wayne is a cast member. So yeah. Sorry. Yeah, but still Wayne can, Kendra still can, be the grown bitch that she is and go talk to them one deep, Let's see. They catch up about how each other has been. She wants the tea on the reunion because this is all fresh for her. She just got out. So she's like, bitch, what happened at the season 3 reunion? Again, he explains it. He clears it up. She threw out more shade. London Bridge is falling down. Troy is just here for the kickles and the kikis and the games. Again, I'm ready to see how this dynamic switched. OMG. They talk about the contracts that were never signed. They burn them up, which was an iconic scene, by the way. It was an iconic scene just because it was something new. It was fresh. It was like hadn't been done before on Chasing Reality's platform. Okay? So I gagged. It was hilarious. And that's that. And they burned the contracts, and that's pretty much the episode. That's pretty much what it was given. It was definitely a great episode. I can't wait to get into Rico with a K. I'm excited to see what Travis from The Shit We Do for Love season 1 and 2 is going to bring to Chasing Atlanta season 4. You guys all know I love Travi. Travi, if you're watching, I love you, Pookie Poo. Congratulations to the cast. Shout out to Cameron, Lauren, Q, and Oliver, the returning girls. Keep the merit going. Shout out to Neek. Bitch, you slayed in your confessional. I gagged. Shout out to Ollie. You already know you're dope. Oliver has also supported King Cain Clothing. And has posted and reshared quite a few times. So shout out to Oliver. Just shout out to all these girls. Shout out to everyone. I hope I'm not missing anyone. Shout out to Kendra. Shout out to Wayne the Pain, Wayne the Pain, just back away a little bit and let Kendra, talk some things down on, Shout out to the entire production, everybody who's over there. It was such a great show. I was gagging. I can read some comments for a little bit. Love Nick's confessional fetish as dominatrix look. Me too. Great show. Are there any cast members in here? The Boom Network. Hey, Troy. Yeah, guys, that's Troy. Talk Like Tuesdays. You can catch it on the Boom Network. What Gooey is cute. Another t-shirt idea. No, I would never take What Gooey. Oh, yeah, for Kendra. That would be dope for her. I love you. This was amazing. Thank you, Pud. I love Oliver Pope. Hey, TJ Naturally. My bitch is in the building. Pura. You need to be on the show. King Cain Chasing Atlanta. Oh, that would be cute. But I think, let me say this too. I think that they have a great cast. And I just wasn't needed as a main cast member, which is totally fine. As you see, I'm still supporting. I still love the brand. It's great. It's awesome. It's amazing. So that's that. I'm going to keep reading comments. I just hope they share that camera time a little. It's starting to look like Chasing Oliver. I'm just saying. Well, some of the OGs will step up and, try to befriend the new girls and have like some type of, something. It wouldn't be Oliver going around connecting the dots, OGs got to be willing to, fuck with the new people, essentially. They tried it. Matthew McInnister. Can't wait to see the new rapper guy, Rico. He seems like a vibe. Yeah. First of all, I think Rico's super talented. Yeah. Because he's showing what he's actually chasing. I feel like they're all showing what they're chasing. But a lot of these girls have been on the show for so long, we already know what they do. So it's like, duh, they do this. It's more so the new girls come on, show what you do. Old girls keep doing what you do, you know? I'm missing the designer that beat up Jalen, though. I liked him. Oh, Montel. Girl, you're so messy. It was a lot of Oliver because he seems to be cool with most at this point. Besides, yes, Kendra, that's true. Great point. That's also true. Love of Dummy, yeah, it's totally creative. I think it's sickening. Troy, we're definitely going to have to get you over to the King Can't Wait TV for your interview. It's time for me to start interviewing your chasing girls. So, Troy, Neek, Travis, Lauren, Q, Wayne the Pain, I would love you separately. Kendra, I would love you separately. Over here on the couch to Kiki to have a Caniac conversation. All of you girls, come over. We can talk. Let's Kiki. It's an interview. It's very cute. If you haven't watched, watch the ones that I've done with the G Status girls. So yeah, that's that. Y'all see Gardini's super cute commercial? Y'all saw his commercial? I called the nigga. I said, boy, come on, Marshall. Come on, Marshall. That's my nigga. I love me some Gardini. Yes, be great interviews. Yes, totally. I totally get what you guys are going through. I understand it. It's going to be okay. It's just a season. Montel was his name. Accomplished one. On IG. But yeah, I feel like if you guys don't have anything to say, I'm going to get off at the 50-minute mark. Because I do need to finish watching Real Housewives of Potomac. I just really got irritated. So I cut it off early, but I need to finish watching this so I can do that review for you guys. Okay, you have to check out Akeem review. He is hilarious. I will. So glad we were born is gone. Well, they got some dope ass music videos. But anyways, guys, I'm getting off now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the King Can't Wait TV. I love you guys so much. Thanks for supporting me. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. I'm like 70-something away from 2K. You guys know I've been building my channel up from the bottom. I don't buy followers, subscribers, viewership. It's all because you guys want to come watch, and I appreciate it. Like this video, get you a Para t-shirt. The link is in the description of this video. Follow me on all of my social media. Follow all the cast. Subscribe to Chasing Reality. Follow those girls, honey. And I'll be back next Thursday for episode 2. Para.